We are live, you guys. We are live. Welcome back to another stream, you guys. I know it's very early in the day that I am doing a stream. Usually, I don't really stream early like that unless I necessarily are in the mix that I have to. But we are going to be doing it nonetheless. I promised you guys that I would be doing a stream for you guys, and I am a man of my word, and I'm delivering it to you guys, everything like that. So, um, if you guys haven't really been up to date on what's happening, if you guys are new, pretty much we are heading into Royal Rumble season. And what I did say is that I was going to do a stream every Thursday. We'll be checking out a Royal Rumble match or two. And pretty much you guys went crazy on voting. And we are pretty much going to be re watching the Royal Rumble 2024 for both the men's and the women's. I don't know if this is going to be every week thing where we'll watch both rumbles. Maybe we'll just watch one rumble or two, depending on what you guys think and everything like that. So we are here nonetheless. But I'm looking forward to rewatching Royal Rumble 2024, even though it happened just last year. Going back and rewatching some of the returns, some of the moments that happened throughout the show, and ultimately the winners and everything like that. And pretty much we'll be doing this heading into Royal Rumble 2026, which will be on January 31st. Pretty much about 6 weeks away at this point, but who's counting? But anyways, I'm looking forward to it, you guys. Definitely, if you guys want to, definitely join me on watching. Definitely go do so. I see Alex in the chat. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, my guy? Hope you're having an amazing Thursday day. So amazing Thursday so far. And Sean, I see you in the chat as well. Hope you are having an amazing Thursday as well. But we will be starting at the time 8 minutes and 3 seconds. So if you guys want to potentially join me and watching the Royal Rumble matches, like I said, this is a disclaimer. We won't watch the entire show. We will only be watching strictly the Royal Rumble matches itself. And then after that, pretty much when we're done with the women's match, because this is what's going to start the show. And then the men's, we'll watch that one as well. And then from there, pretty much the stream will be done. But I also will be interacting with you guys as well as much as possible. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Definitely going to be looking forward to doing that. Hopefully, we're going to have an amazing stream, hopefully, and everything like that. So let's get into it. We're not going to waste any more time.
Irvin, hell yeah. Great fight. Samantha Irvin's got it all.
So the women's Royal Rumble starting. It's crazy to think Samantha Irvin still was there at this time. Do you guys miss Samantha Irvin on doing ring announcing? What do you guys think? Do you guys miss her on comments on? Well, I'm gonna say commentary, but like ring announcing. I'm looking forward to Saturday. I'm not looking forward to Saturday one bit. John Cena's last match. I mean, I totally understand that part. I mean, I'm not really looking forward to it, but I mean, it is what it is, I guess. But I don't know. I'm guessing. I'm just trying to say find something positive to look forward to. I would say, um, but I can see why you're saying it. You might not be looking forward to it, and that's fine. Hi, Leo. What's good? Eric, what's good? What's good? What's good? Sean says I miss her one over 1,000%. LO. Hey, I mean, hey, she did. She was good at her job. She did. She did what she had to do. So I can't. Eric, are you gonna cry? I might tear up a little bit just because John Cena is part of my childhood when it comes to like wrestling. Like when I started watching, my favorite wrestlers was always like people like uh Randy Orton, Edge, John Cena. These people were part of my childhood. So like seeing someone that's a huge role in my childhood is not gonna be around much longer, then it's kind of sad. But I mean, it is what it is. Sean says Ricky Shea is a lucky man. Indeed, he is. So we got Natalia at one. Oh, okay. I remember this. This was the first return that they did. It's crazy. She came out literally second at this Royal Rumble, and that's none other than Naomi, feel the glow. Do you guys? Okay, this is my question to you guys. So the way WWE does its programming, as far as like PLEs go, do you guys think WWE should go back to Peacock? Are you okay with them going to ESPN, or do you think they should honestly soon or later go to Netflix and everything is strictly on Netflix? I think Punk retires 2 to 3 years. I'll give it 2 to 5, 2 to 5 max. The max I think is 5 years. Happy birthday to Rey Mysterio. Absolutely. Shout out to Rey Mysterio. Booyaka 619. Where's Samantha? Samantha Irvin, I think she's doing music, but I think she said she might go to AEW once her deal ends. Because I think she had like an extra year on her deal, so I don't think that really ends until next year or the end of next year. I would say go back to Peacock or just go to Netflix. I would just say go to Netflix if you want to do WWE programming over there, because they already, if you have like the like a VPN, you can automatically watch WWPLEs on Netflix. And for me as a viewer that consumes the WWE product and everything like that, I prefer Peacock. Even though Peacock maybe has its glitches here and there, don't get me wrong, but I think it was still somewhat cost effective. And for me, I'm also a big fan of watching it on Netflix. Netflix is a great source as well. I think either of them going to back to Peacock, which is a good thing, or them going to Netflix, I think is the best thing, in my personal opinion. But who knows what WWE can do? So the first two we have is none other than Naomi and Natalia. Go back to go back to Peacock. Yeah, I agree. It's just like, I don't know. ESPN just, I don't know. It's just not doing it for me. It don't do it. It doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. I don't get it. I get it. Like, it's money, so I guess whatever company is gonna give you the biggest money deal, go for it. But like, then again, it's like, I don't. It doesn't need to be a thing. You don't have to do that. But anyways, you guys, I will be dropping another video later today, my Saturday Night Main Event prediction. So stay tuned for that. I have to finish editing it, and then I will upload it by the end of today. So don't worry, you're still gonna. Besides me doing live stream, you're still gonna get another video today for me. So be on looking for that. Entry number 3. Oh my, Sean, no, I do not. Do you do you think they will ever let Natty wrestle? I think they will. I think with the storyline that they're doing right now with her and Maxine Dupree, I think, why not? I think this is a great opportunity for them to do that. Why not? I think the long term goal, I think they're gonna have Natty be the one to defeat none other than Maxine for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And I think if you really want to do that, maybe you do that on the first Raw of 2026, or maybe you stretch it till Mania, depending on how you want to go with this feud. Maybe she does get some notable wins and stuff like that in between time. So I think that's something I can see them doing. Definitely, Alex, definitely hit the like button on this stream, and go over and follow me on Twitch. Follow me on X. We're on the road to 100 followers by Royal Rumble. And we just reached 5,000 on none other than TikTok. So shout out to everybody that's been following me over there. We're trying to get to 10,000 by WrestleMania, though. So let's make that happen. Leo loves to live 365 days a year. Indeed. 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 Number 4 coming out. Candice. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Candace is like one of the best wrestlers, but like I don't understand why they don't really give her an opportunity to really show what she can really do. I think this woman, if you've seen the stuff that she's done in Indies, the stuff that she did with Cedric Alexander on the Indies, why not? Why not have that? Why not do that? Why can't she should at least be a women's mid card champion? I'm just being so serious right now. Like she's that good. She can honestly be a world champion if you want to be honest, but I I don't know. Is that where Mandy slipped and fell? No, that was WrestleMania 37. Cause you remember like they had it was still the pandemic, still where they were kind of still having fans, but like not full capacity. But like that, it was raining on top of that, so that's the one that you're thinking of, Eric. If Leo hits 10K subs by the end of 2026 on YouTube Live, will wear lipstick. Oh, brother. She should be U.S. champ. Agreed, Eric. She should be U.S. champ. U.S. or IC. But since she's on SmackDown, I would just say U.S. Because, I mean, what is the U.S. Championship doing? They have nothing going on for the U.S. Championship. And if you want to be honest, at the way they're treating it, I would not be surprised if they put the U.S. Championship on Jade Cargill just so she can have both titles. Just so you can make sure, just so she can look more and more dominant. Entry number 5 about to come out. True, she should be. She should. So much talent she has. Exactly. People don't appreciate how good, you know. Oh, Jordan Gray said number 5. I thought she came out later. I thought she came out later in the Royal Rumble. I could have sworn she came out later in the Rumble. Hey, Lisa Hawkins, appreciate the sub. If you could make a trade one women wrestler between WWE and AEW, Zarya turns on Saturday. I totally agree. Zarya's turning on Saturday. Hey, appreciate the sub, David P. Appreciate the sub. But like, Zarya's definitely gonna turn because I feel like either one or two things. Either Zarya is gonna cost her the win, or maybe Soruka's gonna get the win, or maybe even Bailey wins. I don't. It can go a different ways if you ask me. But I do think Zarya's gonna probably turn heel. But to answer your question, Sean, who would I trade from between WWE and AEW? Oof. I would put. I would send Rhea to AEW, and I would send Mercedes to WWE. That's what I'm gonna go with. That's what I'm gonna go with. I think Oba wins versus Cody. Yeah, I think Eric. That's a good one. I mean, I don't know. Liv is so popular, so you definitely got to put like a top star over there. So it could work. And plus, Liv kind of would flourish in like the more chaotic style. That's a good one. That's a good one. WWE, because I did see Bailey. People are teasing that maybe Bailey does go to AEW. She might go to AEW at some point. I really feel like she might go to AEW next year at some point. I'm not even trying to troll or anything. I could definitely see her going to AEW. Indy Hartwell at 6. Indy uh Indy Hartwell has been doing some amazing stuff. Shout out to her getting engaged as well. If Liv gets traded, Leo becomes an AEW Glazer. Oh my god! So Sean, you're saying pretty much if Liv goes to AEW, I'm pretty much gonna be strictly caring more about AEW. Is that what you're saying? But Alex, I do think Oba's gonna win because I think they're gonna have a rough bump, of course, and Drew's gonna Claymore kick Cody, and Cody's gonna be down. Then pretty much Oba's gonna hit the spear bomb, 1, 2, 3, and he's gonna get the W. Bro, I missed the way in WWE, like when you had Indy, Candice, Johnny, Dexter, Austin Theory. That was an amazing group. They were really funny too. They were really, really funny. They were really funny. I mean, you're not wrong, Sean. I might be a little bit more keen to watch AEW. I mean, I've been watching AW, but it's just like I don't know why. It's just, and I'm not trying to sound like a person that hates AW because I want to generally like AW. I just sometimes I lose sometimes lose passion for things just because of what they do. Some of the booking decisions kind of just took me out of it. But I will say I'm gonna try to watch a little bit more AW in 2026 for sure. Will we see the mass figure on Saturday? I mean, it depends on where you would use them. Because it's like, where would you use them? In the Gunther and John Cena match? Oh, we have Asuka coming out. I'm gonna ask you guys this because I think I had mentioned this in one of my previous videos, and I want to get your opinion from everybody that's in the chat. Do you think with how they did the Bailey storyline, we might be seeing the similar thing be copy and pasted for like the Liv storyline? Meaning, I'm saying like, do you think we would have a situation where like maybe in the Rumble, uh, either Liv eliminates Raquel and Roxanne, or maybe Roxanne and Raquel get eliminated, and then Liv ends up winning, or maybe Raquel wins the world title, and then Liv ends up challenging at Mania against Raquel. I could see them doing that, and then like in the lead up to that, maybe you do have Raquel and Roxanne and the rest of Judgment Day turn on Liv. Do you guys think we could be setting things up somewhat how they did the Damage Control storyline, where pretty much Bailey ended up getting kicked out? What's good here? These thoughts. What's good? What's good? I'm doing good. Hope you are doing well as well. Indy Hartwell's the first eliminated. I could see them doing this. I could see them having Liv, Raquel, and Roxanne be like that duo or that trio that's kind of like dominating most of it, and then something happens. I could see Liv eliminating both Raquel and Roxanne, or just like something along the lines happens like that where maybe Raquel does win the world title. Cause I just think she's been doing some amazing work this entire year, and I think it needs to be awarded. Have her win the world title. It's no disrespect to Stephanie. I just feel like Stephanie just hasn't. They haven't really been doing much with her. I don't know why, but they haven't really been doing as much as I thought they could have. Did you hear their rumors of NXT versus main roster talent? I did see that. I did see that they were doing NXT versus main roster. I mean, we've seen it with Oba and Cody, and we're seeing it with the world tag titles with AJ and Dragon Lee versus Javon Evans and Leon Slater. And then we got Bailey and Soruka, which I'm looking forward to all of these different matches. I'm looking forward to all these matches, honestly, just to see how they would play out. I will say this: my personal prediction for match of the night is Dragon Lee and AJ Styles, aka AJ Lee versus Javon Evans and Leon Slater. I think that match is gonna cook. I really do. I really think that match is gonna cook. The rumor is that EO versus Jada could be at it. If that's a match, I'm not gonna hate on it. But I was just thinking about this here, these thoughts, and I want to get your thoughts on this. And Sean and Alex, if you guys are still in the chat as well, what do you guys think about this? What if they do end up doing? I see they're already teasing potentially like Jade Cargo get like her own faction, like the baddies or whatever, like playing off what happened in AEW when she had her own faction. What if the faction is going to be Jade Cargill, B-Fab, and Jada Parker? Because I can see Jada Parker getting called up and being part of the baddies with somebody like a B-Fab. What y'all think? Because I think they're gonna do something like that. I think they're gonna do something like that, and then maybe have BFAB and Jada Parker be like a tag team, maybe going after the tag titles. Add another tag team. I was thinking it could. It should. Originally, I was thinking it was gonna probably be like, um, Lash Legend, but she's with Nia Jax right now. Royal Rumble 2026, Liv Morgan. Hey, I've been saying it for a while. I'm still gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna forever say it. Liv Morgan is my prediction to win the Royal Rumble. My predictions right now, I wouldn't mind that. So BFAB wouldn't. Yeah, I think they're already teasing it. They're already kind of teasing it. They're already kind of teasing it. If based on like the recent SmackDown, it seems like they are teasing it. And I think honestly, post WrestleMania, we need to call some of these women up. Like I feel like maybe have BFAB and Jada Parker be part of like the tag team scene. Maybe you move some people over from some people over from Raw to SmackDown. Like Lyra Valkyria needs to be moved over. Who else should be probably moved over? I would still keep Chelsea over there on SmackDown, and then probably move up. Who else would I probably move up? Maybe Kalani Jordan gets moved up. Jordan Grace get moved up. Put all those women on SmackDown and let them be part of the women's mid card scene, because they need bodies right now. Like they're not doing anything. You got Bianca coming out here. Bianca, who is your 2021 Women's Royal Rumble winner. SmackDown definitely need more women on that roster. Yeah, because it's like, if you look at Raw, it's like night and day. Raw has a lot of heavy hitters. You got Rhea, you got Io, you got Liv. You know what I mean? You got heavy hitters. You got Asuka, you got Kairi Sane. You got Maxine Dupree, you got Natty. You got Roxanne, you got Raquel. You got a lot of heavy hitters. You got Bailey. You got Lyra. All those women on that brand. I feel like, honestly, if you want me to be honest, and I don't know how you feel about this, your thoughts. If you're trying to make this match, I think they're going to do Charlotte and Alexa at Mania as a WrestleMania feud. I honestly think maybe one of them should probably win the U.S. title from Chelsea. And then maybe that, you can add that to the storyline as well. Unless you want it to be like straight up one-on-one, non-title. Because the way it's getting booked right now, I don't see them using it on like on the PLE. I don't see it getting booked on Mania as it stands right now. I'm being serious. Who's coming out next? I'm a big fan of Liv. Hey, Kevon, you are definitely gonna. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. This is the community for you. I'm a huge Liv Morgan fan. Kyrie coming out at 11. It's crazy to think that the Kabuki Warriors were tag team champions going into Royal Rumble 2024, and they're already tag team champions again, probably heading into Royal Rumble as tag team champions, unless they end up giving it to Rhea and Io. But I think that's the Mania feud. I think they might give it to them at Mania. Liv's the best. Hey, no lies there, Kevon. No lies there. No lies being told there. Oh, that spear. I didn't know Kyrie had that in her bag. What? I didn't know she had that in her bag. But you guys, like I said, I will upload my predictions for Saturday Night Main Events later today. And yeah, if I don't upload it today, I'll upload it tomorrow, you guys. I feel like Liv is up to something. And here's the thing, here these thoughts, and I want to get your opinion on this. So I think because because Raquel came up to her and she was, she was telling everybody that she's got a title match with Stephanie that's gonna be pending, which I think is gonna be on the first Raw of maybe 2026, or they hold off until Rumble, because I feel like Nikki's gonna probably get involved in that and maybe spin off into a triple threat, maybe, right? But I feel like what you're saying, Liv is up to something, because it's like when Raquel says, I didn't know we had to run everything by you, she was kind of downplaying, like, I'm happy for you. I want you to see you win the world title. She didn't feel genuine when she said that. So that gives me reason to believe that what's going to happen is maybe Raquel does win the world title and Liv ends up winning the Rumble, and then maybe Liv gets kicked out of Judgment Day, right? In the lead up to that, and to lead up to Mania, maybe like going into Chamber probably, right? She comes back at Chamber and chooses Raquel for the title at Mania, therefore setting up that feud. Or something else I've been seeing, speculated, is maybe all three of those women are going to be in the Royal Rumble match itself. And then similar to what they did with, I think it was the Shield in 2014, where Roman ended up eliminating both Ambrose and Rollins in the Shield. And then he made it to the final two, but he didn't win it. But what they probably do is they end up having Raquel and Roxanne get eliminated by Liv, because she starts to become more selfish. She starts to become more in the camp for her doing things for herself. That's what I'm saying. Raquel should win the world championship. And it's no disrespect to Stephanie, but they haven't really been doing anything with her. It seems like when they're having these matches, it seems like it's elevating whoever she's across the ring from rather than elevating herself. I think it's one of these type of moments. Maybe she has to go back to the drawing board. You know what? Hey, here these thoughts. I seen one of your recent videos. You love you some Julia. Hey, why not make Julia and Stephanie Vacour a tag team? Maybe make them a tag team. I think that'd be a legit tag team, a feared tag team at that. Especially with Mania season coming up, you know they love to do those multi-woman tag team matches. So why not do it? You could probably add Kyrie. You could probably have Kabuki Warriors, Rhea and Io. Can add you guys. I don't know. I feel like he does like Liv. I just feel like he might not like the storyline. I feel like he likes Liv. He just might not like the storyline, or just her being a heel. I mean, I can ask him if. I'm gonna take a picture of this. I think Stephanie was just meant to. That's why I feel like. That's why I feel like she was meant to be transitional. Because with Naomi not being there, I don't think the plan was ever to really put the title on Stephanie. You have me, I mean, Julia and Stephanie Vacour as a tag team. Who wouldn't be mad? Who would be mad at that? I'd sign me up for that. Sign me up any day of the week. Have them, if you really want me to buy into it, put Rhea and Io versus Stephanie and Julia at Mania. Like, what? Come on now. Oh, I forgot about this. This is what I think that's gonna happen. Both, I could see Raquel and Roxanne getting eliminated by somebody else, and Liv is still in there by herself. But I think the much better thing to do is probably have them do that. That would be a money tag team match. Exactly. You're talking about pure, like, in best in the ring. Io, Io is good in the ring. Stephanie, if she's really given the ball to go, is really good in the ring. Julia is really good in the ring, especially if you watch her stuff like from Stardom and New Japan. Yes, she is really good. And that's the reason why you have, Liv right now in the tag team right now, because they're not going to put her back in the ring until 2026. Like, even though you're still having her do a little bit here and there, she's not really in ring ready just yet. That's why they're probably going to do her tag team match for like the holiday tour. Because I know somebody had reached out to me and asked me why that's the case. Hey, appreciate you subbing to the channel, Kevon. Appreciate that. This is the channel for you for the Liv Morgan fandom, if you will. And if you are a Liv Morgan fan, I strongly advise you, Kevon, to be here for the Royal Rumble 2026 live stream, because we will be streaming that and everything like that. And speaking of which, I seen her. She is in Saudi right now. Liv Morgan is in Saudi right now doing some preparations for Rumble season. I think she's doing like a couple of interviews and stuff like that, and doing some press. But I also think they might have Liv be the one to take it from Stephanie, and then maybe you do Liv and Stephanie at Mania. This is a feud that I need. When they call her up, give me Jordynne Grace and Bianca. Give me Jordynne Grace and Bianca when they bring her up to the main roster. That match is gonna be really good. You can even have Jordynne Grace be a heel, if you want me to be honest, and have that be like the first feud coming out of Mania. I like that people are finally admitting of how big. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People seem to not really understand that Liv is a top star, whether you want to admit it or not. And I think and my thing is this: the reason why I say Liv should be winning the Rumble, because it's like, if you have her come back at Survivor Series and in the way that she did, being part of John Cena's match, and John Cena really putting her over in the grand scheme of things, you have to follow up something like that in a big way, right? If you're having one of your women's wrestlers come back in a moment like she did with John Cena, who is one of the very best of all time, dare I say the GOAT, right? You don't just have her do something like that and then be relegated to like tag team or something like that, right? When you do something like that, you have to follow that up in a big monumental way, and there's no bigger way than having her win the Rumble. You got Piper Niven coming in. I hope Piper Niven gets well soon. I really want to see her come back and see what she can actually do. Because I feel like we only barely scratched the surface of how good Piper Niven really is. That's a lot of weight. Yeah, it's just like, you don't. If you have her not win the Rumble, then I just feel like you're kind of just doing a disservice, because it's like, what was the point of her bringing her back in a big way like that for it not to lead to anything? And like I said, there's different ways you can take the Judgment Day storyline going into WrestleMania. You can have Liv win the championship and be costed, or pretty much gets turned on right after winning it, right? You could have Raquel win the World Championship, Liv wins the Rumble. You could set it up to how they did Bayley, where it looked like maybe they might have Liv go after somebody else. If facts, Airheaty's thoughts, Piper Niven was a beast. Seeing her I think the first match I seen her have was NXT UK, and I think it was her versus I don't know if it was Jenny or if it was Kaylee Ray. Those two had bangers. They had instant classics. I agree, Kevon. She needs to. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. She needs to. Number 16, Xia Li, who's your current TNA champion. Hey, how y'all feeling about Xia Li as Knockouts champion, though? I'd say it was a long time coming. Yeah, Liv has a lot of star power. It would be dumb to waste it. That's what I'm saying. You can't just waste star power like that. So I'm saying there's different routes you could take it. I honestly feel like you could go the Bayley route, Liv wins it, and then maybe the Judge may turn her maybe the night after Rumble, and then she's not seen for a while. And then maybe if you really want to, maybe you can have on the path to like Liv maybe facing Stephanie because I've seen them tease that. Maybe they end up doing something like um I'm trying to think how they could do it. Because if they do Liv and Stephanie and Mania, they can probably have the Judgment Day feud be like the feud before that. But I feel like at the same time, it's just as a bigger feud. It's just as a big feud. So I think just doing it that way is what I would much rather want to see. Just have, I would just say the best thing to do is have Raquel win it. Liv wins the Rumble. You can set it up to maybe where Liv maybe looks like she might challenge Jade Cargill. And then maybe before she even gets to make her decision, the Judgment Day girls take her out. She doesn't get seen until Chamber. So my question to you is, are you saying if they have Liv win the Rumble and she gets turned on by Judgment Day right after, and Raquel's the champ? Zelina always be knocking out the park with her gear. Alistair, you lucky man. Let me chill. Let me chill. Let me chill. Um, I could see them doing that. Here, these thoughts, or what I think they could do is kind of revert back to how Liv was back when she lost the title in 2022, where she was just unhinged and doing crazy stuff, jumping off stuff. Maybe they revert back to that. I can see them reverting back to that. And speaking of Tatum, I was thinking if now that she's no longer champion, if they want to run the storyline where maybe Bayley turns on Lyra and then maybe she forms a tag team with someone else, maybe you have Lyra and Tatum reform a team. What you think? What y'all think? I can see Raquel versus Liv for the world title if they have Stephanie drop the title to Raquel, but I don't know if that happens. That's what I'm saying. Or maybe you end up doing a triple threat. Maybe you do triple threat at Mania. Raquel, Liv, and Stephanie. Mondays and Thursdays, Leo spends time with Tuesdays and Friday. He spends the night with Raquel, and Wednesdays and Saturdays he spends the night with. Oh Lord, no, I don't. No, I do not. So I'm spending every day of the week with the Judgment Day girls. Is pretty what you're saying. Do you think the Judgment Day should turn on Liv or turn on Raquel? Turn on Liv. I think they should turn on Liv because I think it's safe to say that if you've seen her presentation when she's come back, even though she's kind of like in the tweener role right now, the fans love her. The fans really, really love her. Liv, Rhea, Becky, Io is the big star, are big stars in my opinion. Yeah. The only reason why I don't think Becky should win it is because I feel like her story is with AJ Lee, right? Rhea and Io, honestly, if they're not going to be competing for the tag titles, they should be competing against each other. Like, you still have that story where Rhea has never defeated Io, so you could still run that back, in my personal opinion. So, I think either one of them should win the tag titles. I think they should probably win the tag titles at Mania, and then from there, maybe you start to plant the seeds that they could potentially turn on each other at some point. It's crazy to see how Maxine was in 2024, seeing how they're starting to build her now. She's going to be a beast, though. The way they're doing these vignettes, I'm all for it. I'm looking forward to see how the vignettes translate to her in ring. Yeah, Liv is going to be a babyface. Yeah, she's going to be a babyface instantly. I don't know how much I don't know how much I could get behind a babyface Raquel, so Liv should be the one. That's what I'm saying. Have Raquel be the heel. Have Raquel be the heel. Have Raquel be the heel, turn on Liv. Have the Judgment Day turn on Liv. Then that story you can have going into Mania would be really, really interesting. Because you know the fans are going to be cheering. You know they're going to be cheering. Even if they do Liv and Stephanie, the fans are going to be split, right? But most of which are going to be into Liv. The only thing that people seem to be popping for when it comes to Stephanie is when she does the Devil's Kiss. Let's be real here. I'm just saying, when you watch her on screen, they do not really do much with her. They don't. It seems like when she's defending the title or even having a match, it seems like whoever's she's facing is getting elevated more than she is. She's the champion. And then on top of that, the only time people really pop for her is not really for even her entrance. It's because she does the Devil's Kiss. If she didn't have the Devil's Kiss, I don't think she would be getting reactions like that. You had number 19, Nia Jax. Somebody's gonna have to get Nia Jax up out of it when it comes to Rumble season, right? Who do you think eliminates Nia? I'll say Bianca, right? Yeah, I love what they're doing with Maxine, and we're getting the Loki legend Natty. I think maybe you have the Loki legend Natty be the one to take the title from Maxine. That's what I'm gonna go with. I think that's the play if you ask me. Oh my God, Leo kisses Roxanne in front of Liv. Oh, I would never do that. I'm a loyal person. You understand? I would not do that. I just won't. I refuse to. I refuse to go down that path. Yeah, Natty got to destroy Maxine. Take it. I don't know. Maybe you have it be a back and forth, contest. But it's you can have this storyline be teacher versus student, right? Have teacher versus student. So if Liv wins the Rumble, what did they do with Bianca? Okay, here's what I think. I think if Bianca is gonna win the Chamber, because it makes more sense for her to win the Chamber compared to the Royal Rumble. Here's why. Look at everything that played out in the Chamber this year, where Naomi was revealed as the attacker. Jade Cargill came back. She returned. Everything that happened, Bianca was in the midst of all of that. Have that kind of be a full circle moment come 2026 by having her win the Rumble. Not Rumble, Chamber. And the thing is, I don't know if Raquel would win it. I feel like I think the fans really want to see Liv win the Rumble. And if you want me to be honest, I think the final four for the Royal Rumble 2026, I think if you want to make it very, very unpredictable, have it be Liv, Rhea, Charlotte, Bianca. Have those four be your final. My personal opinion: Bianca, Liv. Bianca, Liv is your final four. A final two. Sorry. I love, I love if they had a faction with Natty, Ivy, and Zoe. That could be a killer faction. I mean, here's the thing. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Young blood. Here's the thing. You don't want to do that back to back, right? You don't want to have somebody who won the Rumble twice last year and then have somebody win it again the next year. You know what I mean? You will want to space that out. But her winning the Chamber will be a big deal because nobody's won the Chamber back to back. So that's a big deal. And here's the thing. We already know if she wins, regardless of how she wins, she's still gonna face, somebody like she's still gonna face Jade. So it's like you don't necessarily need to do that. Did he just say it's a whole bunch of drunk pirates outside in Tampa? My question to you guys: who do you guys think will be the final four, the final two, runner up, well, and winner? And who do you guys think will get the most eliminations? And who do you guys think will be the Iron Woman for the Royal Rumble? They're trying to eliminate Nia. I think John Cena's gonna be in the Hall of Fame next year. You guys think? Piper eliminated. What surprise do you expect in Wins Rumble? I expect to probably get some NXT representation, maybe some TNA representation. Maybe I can see them doing that. Yeah, because I don't know if there would be much, surprises. I mean, besides like Bianca returning, maybe some legends. Maybe have Lita, Trish in there. Uh, I could see something like that. You're gonna have AJ Lee in there. That's gonna be a big deal because that's the first Rumble she's competing in. Got to get back to work before they fire me. Great stream. Glad your mental health is doing good and you're pursuing these solo streams. It looks like you're having a lot of fun, and that's what it's all about. Hey, appreciate you hear these thoughts. Hey, appreciate you for stopping through on your free time. I'm definitely having fun doing these solo streams. I'm getting more and more used to it, so for sure. But that's what I think. The young blood. I think those are the only surprises I can see. Maybe Lita, Trish, Bianca coming back. Uh, Probably some NXT representation. Maybe JC's in there. Maybe Jada Parker's in there. I can see them doing that. Oh no, because I heard it might be hard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be hard to kind of sneak people around and keep things surprised. So I don't know if they're gonna really be doing them as much. Yeah, because there's gonna be a lot of fans. Did you guys see the ticket prices for Royal Rumble? That I think I've seen something on there. Tickets are very cheap to go to Saudi for Royal Rumble. I think tickets starting at like uh $50. Tickets are starting at $50 for Royal Rumble 2026. That's not bad though. $50 start to start off. I think the most expensive ticket is maybe like 800. That's not bad at all. Like, can I wish the states would do the same thing? Let start to have tickets be $50. I think the most expensive ticket should be maybe 4,000. It shouldn't be no 10K, 15K, 40K. It shouldn't be that. No, no. Exactly why I just have not been really going to any shows. Raquel not winning the Rumble, Liv winning the Rumble. I mean, it's possible, but I feel like I would much rather see Liv win because it's like you got to pay off that story of her being runner up in the Rumble so many times from 2023 and 2024. So yeah, I think you got to pay off that story. Sucks. I don't think Sammy wins the Rumble now. Here's the thing, and I see what people's gripes are. Is people want to see Sammy win that, but I feel like they're gonna do Roman and Cody, right? So I think what they're gonna do is maybe Sammy doesn't win the Rumble, but I think he wins the world title in Saudi at WrestleMania 43. Because WrestleMania 43 will be in Saudi in 2027. So I think that's kind of what the route that they're going to play. And you also got to think, Kevon, with Liv being in the Rumble, if she's in 2026 Rumble, that means she would have competed in every single Royal Rumble match. She's been in every single one. Every one of them. You got Shayna at 23. That's what I'm thinking. You got to pay off that story. So because she's been in 2018s, 2019s, 2020s, 2021s. The only one I thought she wouldn't have been part of is 2025s, just because I thought she would have been still world champion by then, but no, they took the title off of her. Um, and she competed in that one. I think she made it to like the final 8 at this Rumble this past year, so she was in the final 8s. And then 2024 she was final 2, and 2023 she was final 2. Shayna should have been really a big deal, but I don't understand how they fumbled the bag with her numerous times. You see what she was capable of in NXT. I'm thinking like, yeah, she's gonna probably eat through a lot of these women on the main roster with ease. She does. She pretty much does that in the chamber, but they didn't capitalize on it. And Becky wanted to put the title on her, but Vince said no. We don't want to do that. Yeah, I think he wins at wherever Rumble is in 2027 and goes to Saudi Mania in 2027. I agree. As long as she isn't in another tag match at Mania, that's all that matters. I hate that they. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the thing, Youngblood, Liv has never been in a singles match at a WrestleMania. She's never been in a world title match at a WrestleMania. So this will be accomplishing many things with this moment by having her go on to Mania. Because think about it, right? Think about it. Like, seriously, every match that she's competed on at WrestleMania, she was literally in a tag match. Like, what? And you're telling her she's a top star. You can't have top stars be in tag matches every year. Look at Rhea. I'm glad. I hope that they keep. I really, really hope that they don't put Rhea back in the world title scene. Because if you want to be honest, it's no disrespect to her, but it's like she was in the world title match this year for Mania. She was in the title match last year for Mania. And she was in the title match in 39. She won the women's championship at 37, 39, 40 she was women's world champion, and this time she competed for the title in a triple threat. So 4 out of the last 5 Manias she was literally in a world title match for. Bianca, she competed for the world title this year. Last year she was doing tag team stuff, okay? But 39 she was women's champion, 38 she was women's champion, 37 she won the championship. That's what I'm saying. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, can Liv do the same thing? She never even got a rematch for the world title. She never got a rematch. But you're telling me Rhea bullies her way into getting another opportunity. Like, what are we talking about? Like, how is that even fair? Well, apparently, Youngblood, it was supposed to be Bianca versus yeah. But here's the thing. Excuse me. But before that, before everything happened, WWE had it penciled in. This was penciled in, and this happened literally, I think, on the docu series. The original plan for Mania 41 was to do Liv and Rhea to end the feud. That was the original plan. The original plan was Liv and Rhea. Hopefully, Zoe Stark comes back better. They need to put her. That's another person put in the women's mid card scene. She will do great, some amazing work with that title as well. I'm just hoping that she could stay healthy and everything and avoid these injuries. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I know some people were saying they want to see Liv and Rhea at Mania this coming year if they do anything, but I don't really personally want to see that. I honestly think, if you want me to be honest, if they're gonna hold off on having the um, what if the Hooded figures Montez? I'm all for it. I want it to be Austin Theory, but what if it's two people? What if it's Montez and Austin Theory? Because people are making the comparison like it's two different people. I could see them doing that. Montez will benefit by it. I mean, it's been very well noted. Paul Heyman is a huge fan of both Austin Theory and Montez, and he wants both of them in the vision. Roxanne at 27. I think that's gonna. Honestly, think we might see Liv and Rhea probably be on the same team come War Games this year. I really think that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna be on the same. But it's weird. What would that mean for Street Profits? Honestly, don't know. I mean, maybe you can make Angelo Dawkins a mid card champ. I mean, I could see it. I don't. I feel like people are kind of scared that the Street Profits are gonna break up, but and everything like it's like we know Montez is gonna be the bigger star, but it's like people are scared. Like, what's that? Does that mean for Angelo? Angelo's proven that he can be a great singles champion. Baszler's gone. Yeah, I'm gonna say this now. When it comes to Nia Jax, it's gonna be hard for somebody to eliminate her. I don't want Angelo to lose his job because you know how WWE are when it comes to those tag team splits. They see one guy and out the group better than the other. Yeah, that's true. That's true. We've seen it many times when it comes to a lot of these wrestlers. Number 28. And a storm is coming. Your current women's champion. So I think with Jade, it took maybe like about a year and some change, and she became women's champion. I don't. Is it just me? But I feel like she should have went to NXT first. Do you guys agree with me? I think she should have went to NXT. That crowd was electric. That crowd was electric. It's crazy. This was the first time we've seen her compete on WWE TV after only 3 times seeing her backstage. Exactly. Like figuring out who she was going to sign to. Well, I did see, Kevon, that WWE, according to reports and Fightful, WWE have big plans for LA Knight in 2026. Now, I don't know how true those rumors are because they said the same thing about Finn Balor, and Finn Balor didn't really do anything, so. Now, how would you guys feel like. Now, what if they did a pull the shock and had LA Knight come back at the Rumble and win? How would y'all feel about that LA Knight winning the Rumble as a shock? They did it with Jay this past year. They do it with LA Knight in 2026. But yeah, I feel like she should have went to NXT because she could have got more exposure as far as like the WWE style of things, getting used to like the system and how things work, getting used to that style of wrestling and stuff like that. Because when she was in AEW, she was only doing like squash matches, so she really didn't have any compelling matches. Let her go through the developmental and develop the character, develop the in-ring, stuff like that, right? And then maybe brought her up to the main roster in 2025. That would be good. Yeah. If LA Knight wins the Royal Rumble, I think people would be okay with it. I would be okay with it as well. But I'm going to go Roman. I'm going to go Roman for the men. I'm going to go either Roman or Braun Breaker. It really just depends on how things play out on the January 5th episode of Monday Night Raw in 2026. That's really what it depends on. Tiffany Stratton is very athletic. Have him win the Rumble and the crowd and the IWC. I mean, you're not wrong. The IWC is always going to find a way to complain. That's just something you have to deal with, honestly, young blood. It's just like the fans just are fickle. They don't know what they want sometimes. Do I feel like, WWE should listen to the fans? Do I feel like WWE should listen to the fans? To an extent, yes. If they really want to see a certain star get pushed, do that. One thing I will give the credit for with NXT is they're not afraid to take risks and try new things, even if it does not work out. They can at least say they tried. No, Liv was 30, Eric. Yeah, we got Tiffany Stratton at 29, so she's gonna be the next entrant. But she will be next, Eric. She is the next entrant. No, I was saying the crowd in attendance and IWC won't have it if they both will love it. I mean, the crowd in attendance, I feel like you have to understand, Saudi has their favorites of who they want to win. And I feel like knowing Saudi, they would give it to somebody like a Roman. Because if you want to be honest, that is their star. And this is what you guys were waiting for. Liv Morgan at number 30. I honestly felt like Liv should have won this one in 2024. People call me crazy. I understand that people wanted Bayley to win. I know people wanted Bayley to win, but she still was going to get to that match regardless, even if she won the Rumble or Chamber. I just feel like the story was built in upon a return, getting taken out by Rhea, coming back, and challenging for the title. I think that would have been a much bigger story. Do you guys know that Liv was in the WrestleMania promo? Yes, she is in the WrestleMania promo and the package and everything like that. Yeah, Youngblood. I don't know reason why I feel like Liv didn't get a big pop here. It's because people were really expecting it to be AJ Lee or Mercedes. But that's the fans' fault for getting their expectations too high. That's their fault. People, you should have known Liv was gonna come back at a Rumble or something like, especially the way she got taken out. So yeah, I feel like she would have got a bit bigger pop. I think she's gonna get a big pop because you know Saudi loves them some Liv Morgan. They love them some Liv Morgan. That's why I feel like it's writing on the wall for her to win. Her biggest moments have happened in Saudi, right? It happened with her winning the world title in Saudi. It happened when she won the Crown Jewel championship in Saudi. She pretty much she is their woman. She is their it girl, if you will. But if Liv had won, do you think she would have had two? What do you mean, Eric? Are you saying if she would have won, do you think she would have had a good 2024? And we're getting a stare between Bianca and Jade, teasing for WrestleMania 42. I do not understand what WWE is doing with Bayley. I feel like they're got her in the tag division right now. They got her in the tag division right now. That's not true. She won her first. No, I'm saying like she won the world title in Saudi. I'm saying she won the women's world championship in Saudi. That wasn't her first, but it makes it's a poetic for her to win. It, all of this is really poetic, if you ask me, Eric. Because think about it, she won her first women's championship in Vegas, Money in the Bank, right? Whereas WrestleMania 42, Vegas. Where did she win her second world title? Saudi Arabia. Where she won the Crown Jewel Championship? Saudi Arabia. All of it's writing on the wall, if you ask me, Eric. Have her win in Saudi and have her potentially win in Vegas. Becky about to get eliminated, isn't she? Oh, Becky eliminated. Naomi gone. My question is, what is Tiffany gonna be doing? Could they do Tiffany, Bianca, Jay as a triple threat? Is that a possibility? You guys think? Not her pulling the braid, and Bianca just kicked them out. If it's for the world title, Kevon, yes. If it's for the world title, yes, we can do a triple threat with those three. But I just don't think you can because I feel like you're gonna have Liv get kicked out, so you're still gonna have Raquel and Roxanne on the same page. Alexa still had one of the loudest female pops at the Rumble. It was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. I think the match with Young Blue with Alexa is going to do Alexa and Charlotte. Alexa Charlotte is what I'm going with for Mania. Oblivion. And Liv gets kicked out. That really irritated me watching it when it originally happened. I cannot wait for the Royal Rumble. I think she had been gone for what, 2 years? Yeah, because she left in 2023. She left at the 2023 Rumble and she returned at the 2025 Rumble. People lost it. Lost. People lost their mind at the return. Yeah, because she's been gone for so long. So they were happy to see her back. So Bayley won this one. All right, so we're going to the men's rumble now. Liv needs to come up with a new finishing move. That's my only thing with Liv, right? The Oblivion's not bad, but I feel like it needs to be a little bit more impactful, right? When you use a move like that, you want it to be impactful. You want it to feel like it's gonna put somebody away, right? My thing with Liv is like it seems like when she goes for that move, it seems like to always be her kryptonite, right? She goes for it against Becky, gets hit with the manhandle slam. She goes for it against Bianca, gets hit with a potential like a KOD. She tries to do it with Rhea, she gets hit with the Riptide. But maybe Roman most likely wins it, and this time the crowd won't reject it. Yeah, I feel like this time the crowd will be more open to the idea of Roman winning. Uh-oh, Jay number one and number two, Jimmy Uso. I think they might be running back these two at Mania, I feel like. Uh-oh, these two going at it. And it's crazy to think at 1 year after this, he ended up winning it. Number three coming in, Grayson Waller. The crowd did not care about Grayson. I'm sorry. The crowd did not care. This man's a buffoon. He's talking about acknowledge, no yeet. Number four coming out. Oh yeah, this is where Andrade came back. Bro, the problem with a lot of these wrestlers, it's not that the fans really don't know them. It's the theme songs that are just awful. They need better theme songs. Whoever's like, they got to get Diff Rubble out of there. They got to bring back CFOs or something, or maybe get back Jim Johnston. Bianca versus Jay versus Lash. That'd be a good match. I feel like they're kind of gonna probably put Lash with Nia and those two going after the tag titles though. But I do think Bianca and Jay is gonna be a definite match, a 100% a possibility at Mania. Oh, oh, with the double knees in the ring. Number five about to come out. It is him, Carmelo Hayes. Bro, Carmelo Hayes, I'm calling right now. Give me Carmelo, Ilya Dragunov, WrestleMania, US title. Melo is definitely him. I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. If you really want our personal opinion, if he does not win that US title, give him money in the bank. Just give him money in the bank. Talk about a guy that can flourish with that briefcase. Give it to me. and Nakamura. Hold on, give me a sec, you guys. Let me do this real quick. I have a phone call. Okay, you guys, I just got off the phone, and everything like that. Um, I'm sorry I have to do this, you guys, but I'm gonna have to end the stream, uh, a little earlier than I expected. Sorry. Um, we will continue this. We will continue this. I want you guys to know that we will continue this weekly. So since we didn't finish the second half of the stream, which was doing the men's, maybe probably during the week or something like that. Maybe tomorrow we'll try to pick up and finish it. That way we don't have to make the stream a little bit too long or whatever the case may be. So that's probably what we're gonna do. We'll probably try to finish the second half either tomorrow, if not later today, before SmackDown. I mean not SmackDown, because today's Thursday. Sorry. So maybe we'll try to finish the rest of it today, if I'm able to. But if not, maybe I'll finish the second half on Saturday before Saturday night main event or SmackDown. So be on the lookout for that. But I appreciate everybody that stopped through within the first hour and a half, from Kevon, Youngblood, uh, Hear These Thoughts, Alex. Appreciate all of you for stopping through, showing your support and love, and having an amazing discussion talking about wrestling and everything like that. So we will continue in the coming weeks as we are heading into Royal Rumble season come 2026. But follow me on all my social media platforms. From TikTok, we're on the road to 10,000. Try to get to that milestone by WrestleMania. Trying to get to 100 by Instagram. On 100 followers on Instagram, and everything like that as well. But I appreciate all of you for stopping through. My day is going great, Kevon. Hope you're having an amazing day as well. But like I said, I do need to end the stream, unfortunately, because I do have some things to take care of that came up last minute. I'm sorry about that, but I will try to make up for this doing the second half on a different day before next week, before next Thursday, for a fact. So stay tuned for that. Follow me on my social media platforms. Road to 2,000 subscribers. Ultimately, it's 10,000 by the end of 2026. But with that being said, hope everybody has a great rest of your Thursday. And I'll see you guys in the next video and the next stream. Also, I just want to make that disclaimer. A video will be coming out today. My Saturday night main event prediction will be dropping today. So stay tuned for that as well. Either today or tomorrow. So stay tuned regardless. But with that being said, hope everybody has a great rest of your Thursday.